Hi everyone, my name is Abel Grey Cantoma. I'm from GREYTEST Design Consults. This is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number or you can call me on any of these numbers, okay? We have covered all of the softwares on our YouTube channel. You can visit the channel to keep yourself busy. Okay? You can go down below the description of this video. You'll find a link to this channel. Make sure you visit the channel to actually keep yourself busy. Okay, so you can chat me up on any of those social media platforms down below the description of this video. Today I'm going to be showing you Cads Rc, how to actually come up with your slab detailing. Like you know, it's actually a very great tool to help you achieve your detailing much more easier and faster. Okay, like you know, we have covered some aspects on Cads Rc. Today I'm going to be showing you quickly how to achieve your slab detailing using Cads Rc. Okay, you can see here we have new mark. You can use this most especially when you're trying to come up with your beam detailing manually on the software. New range, range new mark. We can use this for slab. I'm going to be showing you that quickly. I'm going to show you how to use the stretch. I'm going to show you how to use some of these leaders here. We have all of this leader. Okay, I'm going to be showing you as we proceed in today tutorial. Okay, now if I click on this new mark, range new mark, I'm going to click here. Here you can see you have different shapes of reinforcement. It comes in different shape. You can choose whatever kind of shape you want to use based on the detailing you may actually want to achieve. Now we are actually going to do a slab detailing. Here now I'm going to be starting with this, and then my reinforcement is a bottom bar. I'm using the slab thickness of 150. Then if I click on this fix first bar, I can come here and type the length of this bar. I'm just going to give it a particular length, let's say 5 meters. Okay, I'm going to show you how to stretch it to make it look and fit in exactly the way it should, but right now I'm just typing a value. Okay, and then the concrete cover, let's say I'm using 20 mm as my concrete cover for top and the bottom. So if you subtract 20 from 40 from 150, you're actually going to be having 110. So I'm going to type in 110 here. Then here my return, I have to calculate that based on the width of that slab, but right now I'm just going to type in a value. We are going to put that right as we proceed, but right now I'm just going to type in a value. I'm not going to be specific. Let's say I make this 500 for example. Now I'll click on OK. I have chosen the size of my reinforcement to be Y12, and then I want this to be high yield steel. So I'll click on OK right now. So if I click here now, because this is actually a beam here, this is adjacent edge discontinuous. Okay, so we have two adjacent edge here discontinuous, so outside this is just going to be outside. So I believe you understand some of this technique or what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, so sorry, let me start from here. I'm going to take off some of these here right now. So you're going to see quickly how I'm going to use this software, this plugin to achieve this. All right, all of these settings are still there. I need to put in this bar quickly. I said this is 5,000 for example, this is 110, and this is let's say 500. It does not really matter. I just want to type in a value there. I'm going to put it right as we proceed. You're going to see how I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I will click on OK here. So I will click here now, and then I'll bring it back inside here, and then here I will click on, I will left click or click on enter. I will click on enter again. Now it's asking me pick start point of the first group. Okay, so this is actually going to spread, this reinforcement is going to span from here now to here. Okay, so if that is correct, or I can make this span, all right, let me just do something quickly. So if this spans from here to now to here, because this panel is actually a one-way slab, but this is actually a two-way slab. By the time you do your ly over lx, I believe you understand that. So let's say this reinforcement now, if I click here now, it's asking me for the concrete cover here. So let's say I said my concrete cover to be 20 at the side, each side. Okay, so so 20 here, and then at this side also I'll type in 20 and I enter. Then I'll click on enter. Then it's asking me for the number of bars. Okay, so I want the spacing to be 200, and then I'll click on enter, and then I'll click on enter, and I click on enter. But you can see I did not really get this right. It's coming out, this is not actually a straight line, so I'm going to take that again. 5,000 500 B, which is a bottom bar. H, everything here is okay. Bar mark. Since this is the first bar, I'll leave it at 1, but by default it's supposed to give you 01 here, 00 here. So click on OK. I already have other reinforcement that I have done on the software in this recent project, so that is why it's still giving me that 09. But on your own computer, or if this is the first one you're doing, you're going to see it as 101. Okay, so if I click here now, and then I'll click on enter, I'll click on enter again, and then I'll pick here, and I'll click on enter because that 20 is still there, or I can just type in 20 just for you not to be confused. So if I type in here and I'll type 20, but the 20 is there, there's no need of me typing again. Okay, so I'll press enter, and then I'll type 200 because I want the spacing to be 200, and I click on enter, and then it's asking me to press enter. I'll press enter. Then I'll also press enter if I want this reinforcement to stop here. But if I want this reinforcement to span here to here, and also span from here now to this place, I can just click on this place and then click here, and then it will continue. I'm going to be demonstrating that, but because I want this one to actually stop here, this is a bottom bar here, I'm going to be having another of reinforcement that returns here, but that will be a bottom distribution bar. So right now I'm going to click on enter to finish, and I'll also click on enter. Now it's asking me the label bar number where I want to specify that. I want that to stay here, so you can see I have 20 H1209, which is the bar mark. Like I said, I have done some reinforcement here which I just deleted at the beginning of this video, so it's counting from there. So it started counting from there so that is why I'm having 09, but at your own screen you definitely see it as 01. So I can decide now to move this to arrange it properly. Then I have my leaders here. I can just click on any one. You can see this one has like an arrow. This one is like a dot, which is called do not. So if I click on that has an arrow here, and I drag to this point here, and I click on enter, you can see I've been able to call out this reinforcement much more easier and much more faster. But like I said, this reinforcement, the entire length is 5 meter, but the span here is 2730. So I may not want this reinforcement to span in here. It's going to be a much waste. Okay, so let's say I want this reinforcement to span at 300 inside this beam. Okay, so I have to stretch this particular reinforcement and bring it backward to stop here. So in order for me to stretch, if I click on stretch now and I click on enter, it's asking me to select the object I want to stretch. This is the object I want to stretch, and then this is the first corner, and then this is where I'm stretching it to. So all I need to do is just to click and drag it here. Now you can see I have been able to stretch my reinforcement properly. The same way for this, all I need to know is to know the 1/4 of this. So all I need to do is just to punch in my calculator 2730 divided by 4. Okay, so if I take out my calculator now, all I need to do now is to type in 230 minus 230. I'm going to have 2500. That's 2730 minus 230 going to 2500. Now if I divide 2500 divided by 4, I'm going to be having 625. So if I offset 625 here now, offset 625 here now, that will be the length of this return here. So all I need to do is just to click on stretch, and I click on enter. I will select this is the object. This is my first corner. I'm stretching to this point, and you can see I have been able to stretch that successfully. Okay, so it's much more easier to achieve your slab detailing using the Cads Rc. I'm going to be showing you a whole lot of great things you can do with it on slab. So let's say I have another reinforcement that comes this way, because this is actually a two-way slab. This line is not supposed to be here. So this is a two-way slab, and then I have another reinforcement that comes this way, and then it's also a bottom bar, and then this one here, let's say it's also 5000. You know the reason why I'm just typing in this 5000 is not for any particular reason. You can type in any value there. So if you actually know the exact value for this your return, probably maybe you must have done the calculation before coming here to type in that value. You can just do that. For example, now if I double click on this one now, and then I come here, you can see that value has been typed in here as 774.1. You can see it has been updated here. Now it includes this place where the reinforcement enters into this beam and it returns this way. So it's actually included. That is why you are actually getting that value up to that. Okay, all right. So let's say I have this now, and I click here, and I say 5 meters, for example, and then here I have 110, and then here I have 450. Okay, I'm just going to type in 450, and I click on enter, and I click on OK. You know, it actually gives you your bar bending schedule, your quantity table. It gives you all of that. That's one other great thing. As we are doing this right now, is generating that for us already in the background. so we can view all of that. This Cads Rc is actually a very great tool just to make your work much more easier and much more faster. So let's say I drag this here now, or sorry, I'm supposed to take it here. I'll take that again. I'll come here, type in the value 5,000 for example, 110, and then this, let's say 450, and I click on enter, and this is a bottom bar, and I click on OK. So I'll click here now, and I'll bring it here, and then I'll click on enter. It's asking me to select pick range line. I'll click on enter. Now I want this reinforcement to span from here to here, span from here to here, here to here, here to here. So I'm going to demonstrate that quickly right now. So to do that now, all I need to do is just to pick on this, and then the value there you can see is already there as 20. I'll click on enter. I'll click this one, the 20 is still there. I'll press on enter, and I'll also click on enter, and then I'll type 200 as the spacing that I want to use for this, and I click on enter. Then I will also click on enter here now. Now you can, if you check down here, is written finish. I'm not going to click on enter this time around. I want this reinforcement to continue, so I'll click here now, and it's telling me 20 is there, and I'll click on enter. I'll click on this second one, the 20 is coming up. I'll still click on enter, and then I'll click on enter. Instead of me to click on finish, I'm not going to click on enter this time around. I will click on this, and I will click on enter. The 20 is there. I will click here, the 20 is appearing, and I'll click on enter. I will also click on enter. I will not click on finish. I will not click on enter this time around. I will click here now to continue, and then I will click on enter, which is showing me 20, and then I will click here again. You can see 20 come up. I will still click on enter because that is what I want to use. And this time around, I'm going to click on enter, and I'm going to click on enter to finish everything. So once I click on enter to finish, you can see enter group number to be drawn through length on reach 1. So I'll click on enter. Now everything is done. Now it's asking me to label bar. Now I'm going to bring it out here, and I will drop it here. Now you can see I have 56H12 10, because this is bar mark 9, this is bar mark 10. So you can see this software is very great. It makes your work much more easier and faster. It's telling us that each of the span from here to here by the spacing of 200 is 14. Okay, from here to here by the spacing of 200 is also 14. Also 14, you can see it's giving us that value there. So now to bring this out, I will just click on, let's say, you know, I use the one of arrow. This time around I'm going to use this one of dots just to demonstrate to you how you can actually make use of this. So all I need to do now, I will just click here now, and then I can bring it, click here, and then I bring it out here, and then I will right click. So that is all. So I've been able to call out this one, call out this one. Okay, so this one is indicating that this is starting from here. Now you can see this looks more like an interruption here, so you are free to actually move. I can move these with the normal move tool that you know in your normal AutoCAD software. If I click on move, I select on the object I want to move, and then I can just move it a bit. It will not affect the values there. You can see the values are still there, and they are perfectly correct. All right, then I can mirror this one and mirror it here. Okay, now to do that, now I will just type in MI for mirror, and I'll click on enter, and I'll select the object I want to mirror, select this do not as well, and then I'll select the call out to mirror. Okay, then I'll also, yeah, that is that. I think I've selected all that I need. So I think from here to here, here, I think this is the center, if I'm not mistaken. So if I click on this, if I click here, it's asking me erase source object. I don't want to erase this source object. I'll click on no. Now you can see this window that has come up is telling me mirror bar view, mirror bar set. Now I'm going to select mirror bar set. I'm going to tell you why as we proceed. If I select on this mirror bar set, it's going to make this particular object that I'm mirroring this other side, the two objects are going to be independent of each other. But if I actually mirror bar view, it's not going to be independent of each other. Each subject, if I edit any of the objects, is going to affect the other one that I mirror from. Okay, so right now I'm going to click on mirror bar set. I'm going to show you how this takes effect in our slab detailing as we proceed. So I'll click on this one. Now you can see I've been able to mirror this. So let's say I want to move this right now. If I click on M and I click on this and I highlight this, you can see if I move this, you can see this other one is still actually in its position. It's not going to affect this. So let me copy this now. For example, if I type CO to copy and I click on this to copy, and then I move this here now I'm going to copy bar view. So if I click on copy bar view, now you can see here now, if I select on this object to actually now let me move this one. Now I just move this. Now if I try to edit this object, you will discover it will affect this because I copied bar view. Now let me try to stretch this. If I click on stretch now and then I click on enter and then I select this object as the object I want to stretch and I click here. If I drag this one now to the center, for example, you can see it has affected this object. This object has also moved from its original position because it was actually inside the slab to this side. Okay, let me do this again. I'll click on stretch and I click on enter and I will select this object and then I pick this point. Okay, and then I try to drag this one now. I believe you are going to see this perfectly now. You can see it has affected this one because I actually copied bar view. So I'm going to Ctrl Z to take it out entirely. So this time around I'm going to copy not with bar view. Now I'll try to copy this object. Now I'll copy and then I'll move this object here. I'll copy bar set and I'll move this a bit because this is actually intersecting here. If I double click on this object, you can see it will bring me back here. I can change this reinforcement and change this type of reinforcement. Let's say I want this object to be like this, this one. Okay, so if I select this to be like this, all I need to do is I also want this to be a bottom bar, which is okay, and then everything here is okay, and then let's say I click on OK here, bar, yes, I'll click on yes. New next bar mark is 11, yes, I'll type in yes to accept that I want it to be 11. Okay, so this one now you can see this is the reinforcement here I have independent of this one. Interesting, right? If you love what you are seeing, make sure you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, it's 100% free. Click on the bell icon so as for you to get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly, sometimes on a daily, just to encourage as many that actually want to have a deeper insight of design. Okay, I don't want this video to be very long. I'm going to be stopping here. I'm going to continue in the part 2 of this tutorial, where I'm going to show you great things that you can do using this Cads Rc to achieve your detailing much more easier and even much more faster. Okay, so make sure you subscribe. Just click on that red button and you have subscribed. You can register with us to learn so many other great softwares that we have covered on our YouTube channel. You can learn with us. Okay, we'll guide you through the process as a beginner until you attain mastery. So make sure you stay safe and make sure you stay blessed.